AI Business Brief for August 13th, 2026. Grokbot lets you assign AI, teammates multi-step work. Anthropic's new Claude watermarks are catching users who copy AI outputs into homework and articles. Amazon will train on Twitch streams by default unless you opt out. Here's the full breakdown of today's top AI stories for your business. Next section, lead story. Agents just got practical. SpaceX AI's Grokbot and the shift from chat to autonomous work. SpaceX AI launched Grokbot, an AI agent that works independently in its own cloud environment, signing into your apps and tools to complete multi-step tasks without supervision. Unlike chatbots that answer questions, Grokbot behaves like a colleague you assign work to. It can handle sales outreach, bug fixes, and office operations, coming back only when approval is needed. Multiple bots can run in parallel, message each other, and coordinate work autonomously. This is the clearest signal yet that AI is moving beyond conversation and into execution. For small businesses, this means delegating routine work, data entry, follow-ups, report generation, to an AI that actually logs into your existing tools and does it. Grokbot joins OpenAI's ChatGPT work, Anthropic's Claude Cow work, and Microsoft's Copilot tasks in a rapidly crowded market. The stakes: whoever builds the cheapest, most reliable agent wins widespread adoption. If you run a service business with repetitive workflows, this is the year to pilot AI agents. Start with one task, test reliability, and scale from there. Next section, tools and launches. Mesh for Android. Automatic's personal CRM, customer relationship management, now works across devices. Mesh, the relationship manager acquired by WordPress. Com's parent Automatic is now on Android. It helps you track personal and professional contacts, add notes, and set reminders to stay in touch. The Android app supports split screen, keyboard shortcuts for tablets, and syncs in real time across devices. Mesh's Nexus AI Early Access lets you query your network by company, city, or expertise. Free for up to 1,000 contacts, then paid tiers for unlimited contacts. Read more if you run a consulting business, sales team, or tight professional network. Mesh is worth testing. The AI search feature alone could save hours when you need an intro or a referral. Google Gemini Robotics ER2. The brain for multi-step robot tasks. Google released Gemini Robotics ER2, a model that acts as a high-level brain for robots, letting them chat with humans, understand surroundings, and coordinate complex tasks. It can access Google search for real-time info and self-correct during operations. Multi-robot collaboration is built in, so multiple robots can work together in shared spaces. Available via Google's Gemini API and Google AI Studio. Read more for small manufacturers, warehouses, or retail stores exploring robotics. Gemini ER2 makes it easier to deploy robots that adapt to changing environments. The multi-robot coordination feature is the real unlock for productivity gains. Zapier vs Airtable. Zapier adds tables, challenges Airtable's automation lead. Zapier now offers Zapier Tables, a built-in database to store and act on data without leaving the platform. This puts it in direct competition with Airtable, which has long dominated the no-code database space. Zapier's 9,000+ integrations make it better for cross-platform automation, while Airtable excels at relational databases. With Airtable's recent acquisition by Bending Spoons, many teams are evaluating alternatives. Read more if you've been using Airtable for both data and automation. Zapier Tables lets you consolidate. The integration ecosystem is unmatched. Next section, Business Playbook. AI agents need trustworthy data. Why legacy systems are the bottleneck. A survey of 300 data executives found that most companies only give AI agents access to 45% of their data. Data laggards provide 30% or less. The top performers, the data leaders, provide 70% plus access and report 100% trust in agent decisions. The result: data leaders scale agents faster and avoid the bottlenecks plaguing laggards. 66% say legacy systems limit scaling, 68% say they slow decision-making. Read more if you're piloting AI agents and hitting reliability issues. The problem is likely your data infrastructure, not the AI. Prioritize improving access to structured and unstructured data before scaling agent use. Thrive Holdings raises $2 to bring AI to traditional businesses. Thrive Holdings, a spinout of Thrive Capital with close ties to OpenAI, raised $2 billion at $12 billion valuation. Thrive buys traditional businesses, accounting firms, IT companies, and embeds AI into their workflows. Its tax AI agents processed 7,000 tax returns at 98% accuracy, cutting prep times by 30%. Its IT platform sped up help desk resolution by 36 times. Thrive is now expanding into regulatory services for the built environment, permits, inspections, compliance. Read more if you run a fragmented, mission-critical business, accounting, legal, compliance. AI can compress manual workflows like research, reporting, and documentation. The key is partnering with experts who understand the domain, not replacing them. Next section, pricing and access watch. Anthropic adds watermarks to Claude outputs. Users revolt. Anthropic now watermarks all Claude outputs to comply with the EU AI Act. The watermarks are invisible code marking text as AI generated. Creators are opted in by default and must manually opt out. The backlash: students and journalists copying Claude outputs verbatim into essays and articles are now detectable. Anthropic's reasoning: if it were opt-in, no one would opt in. Read more if you're using Claude for work, paraphrase, and clean outputs instead of copy-pasting. The watermark detects verbatim use, which was always unethical. This is a reminder: AI is a tool, not a ghostwriter. Amazon will train on Twitch streams by default. Unless you opt out, Twitch will now use creator content, streams, VOD, clips, chat to train Amazon's generative AI models. Creators are opted in by default and must manually toggle off training for generative AI in settings. Twitch head of community Mary Kish said, "If this was opt-in, nobody would opt in." Read more if you stream on Twitch, opt out now. Navigate to channel settings, right arrow security and privacy, right arrow training for generative AI, right arrow toggle off. Next section, industry moves. Google Pixel 11 lineup. More Gemini features, new AirTag rival, $100 price hike. Google unveiled the Pixel 11, Pixel 11 Pro, Pixel 11 Pro Fold, Pixel Watch 5, and Pixel Tag, its AirTag competitor, $29. The Pixel 11 starts at $899, up from $799, citing doubled storage and RAM shortages. Gemini updates include Live Transcribe for American Sign Language, Rambler, voice input that handles run-on sentences, and Circle to search from the camera. Read more. The $100 price hike is notable but justified by doubled base storage, 256 gigabytes. If you rely on Google's ecosystem, the Gemini voice features, especially Rambler, are the real productivity upgrade. Lovable confirms $13.3 B valuation, raises another $400 M. Lovable, formerly Clay, the no-code vibe coding startup, raised $400 M at a $13.3 B valuation. It hit $500 M in annualized revenue in June and now hosts 60 million projects with 900 million monthly visitors. Lovable offers its own in-house AI model and signed a multi-year Google Cloud deal. Read more. Lovable's growth shows demand for no-code tools that let non-developers build apps. If you're prototyping or building internal tools, this is the platform to watch. Next section, quick wins. Use AI search visibility to measure brand impact beyond last-click attribution. AI search engines like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Google Overviews are reshaping how buyers research. Traditional attribution misses AI touchpoints. User asks AI for recommendations, right arrow searches your brand name days later, right arrow last-click credits paid search. Measure AI search ROI, return on investment, in 3 layers: visibility, citations, share of voice, engagement, AI-assisted traffic, branded query traffic, and revenue, deals closed. Read more. Start tracking how often your brand appears in AI answers. Tools like HubSpot's AI search visibility reports can connect citations to pipeline. Set up Zapier tables to consolidate data and automation in one platform. If you're using multiple tools to store data and automate workflows, Zapier tables lets you do both in one place. Store data, trigger automations, and connect 9,000 plus apps without switching platforms. Free tier available. Read more. Pilot Zapier tables for one workflow, e.g., lead tracking plus email automation, and expand from there. Next section, Outlook. The shift from AI chat to AI agents is accelerating. Grokbot, ChatGPT Work, and Claude Cowork are all betting that businesses want AI teammates, not just AI assistants. The bottleneck is data access and trust. Companies that clean up their data infrastructure now will scale agents faster than competitors. Watch for consolidation in the AI agent space. Whoever builds the cheapest, most reliable agent will dominate. This week also showed that AI transparency is becoming regulated. Anthropic's watermarks, Twitch's opt-out defaults, so expect more friction around AI-generated content. If you're using AI for work, clean your outputs and cite your tools. That concludes today's AI Business Brief. From Carolina Clear Tech, stay smart, stay ahead.